Forget about everything you've heard about protein shakes and the no pain, no gain BS. The truth about muscle growth, it's actually way deeper than that. Shocker. Okay, we're gonna break it down, okay? For you guys, plain and simple. The real science behind building muscles. No fluff, just the facts. Let's get into it. Okay, so by the end of the video, guys, you guys should be very familiar and you guys should be experts in knowing what exactly works to get bigger, stronger, and smarter. Let's get it. All right. Your muscle fibers, they're actually the building blocks for your gains, right? So when you train, especially with resistance, right, you're actually tearing apart these little fibers, right, on the microscopical level, right? It sounds bad though, but that's where the magic actually occurs. You want to be doing that, right? So your body, it sees these tears and damages occurring to your muscle fibers, right? And then you know what it does? It repairs them. And you know what the repair does? The repair makes the muscle stronger and it makes it thicker, right? That's how growth happens, guys. But without the breakdown, right, the very key essential breakdown of the muscle fibers, there's no signal for growth, right? So yeah, you gotta earn it. Okay, the next, this is where the protein synthesis comes in. See, this is the biological process that builds those fibers back up, Think about it as like your body, it flips switch. It's like, damn, we gotta repair now and grow this muscle because it's been fully torn apart. But here's the catch. You need the right amount of fuel, aka the protein. You wanna get at least 0.8, I believe it could be 0.7, let's stick with 0.7, bare minimum, 0.7 to 1 gram per body weight, okay, depending on your goals, but bare minimum 0.7. What does that mean? Let's say someone weighs about, 200 pounds. That means they must eat at least 70% of 200 pounds in protein. So that's about what, 140 grams protein? Yeah. 140 to about 200 grams of protein is what that individual would need, right? So do the math for yourselves. And the best time to fuel up, I would say right after the workout. It doesn't have to be instantly within 10-20 minutes, but once your muscles have been torn apart, make sure you eat something, right? You can't just work out and go a whole day without eating and expect to get gains. You're gonna get zero gains, zero recovery, But honestly, it's more so the consistency throughout the day is what matters the most, okay? Protein is optional. It's the foundation of every gain you'll ever make. Okay, so let's talk training. If you're not progressively overloading, meaning lifting heavier or pushing more reps over time, your muscles, they don't have any reason to grow. Like the great Mike Mentzer says, you gotta be progressing. And even Dorian Yates says that too. They're both some big heavy hitter bodybuilders. You guys should be familiar with those. If you're not, do your homework on them and get back to the video. Pause and come back. You know what I mean? Okay, but it's not just about lifting. You gotta switch it up. You gotta hit different angles, reps, tempos. There's a hypertrophy training, 8 to 12 reps. There's a strength training, 3 to 6 reps. There's a power training, explosive stuff that people do like in the Olympics, like the Olympic lifts, like the cleans. Yeah, I don't really know any of the lifts. I don't personally do those, but they're good though. They all play a different role, Your body, your body's very fast at adapting, so it needs variety to focus on new growth. All right, so you don't grow in the gym, surprisingly, right? You grow after the gym, So this is where sleep comes in. Sleep is very, very essential, okay? So you need your 7 to 9 hours minimum, right? That's when your body releases the most amount of growth hormone, right? And the growth hormone is gonna help you recover and overall be better. And the sleep is what obviously optimizes the testosterone production, right? In the hormonal production, right? So don't skip rest days. Your nervous system needs it as much as your muscles do, right? Fuel your recovery with proper nutrition, hydration, and low stress. You could train hard, but if you recover like trash, your gains will suffer. All right, guys. So unlocking your genetic potential. I know you guys are very interested in that. I am too. Here's the raw truth, guys. Okay, not everyone builds muscle at the same rate. Okay, genetics are a very, very big factor. Okay, some people have the fast twitch fibers, respond better to volume. But that's not an excuse. Okay, it's a reason to personalize your approach. You know, there are even DNA tests now that can help you optimize your training styles. You know, figure out what your body needs and double down on that. All right, guys, let's do some myth busting. No BS zone over here, okay? Myth. Actually, no. I'll first say this thing, and then I'll say it's myth or truth. So, you need to feel sore to grow. That's a myth, okay? BS. You don't need to always feel sore. You honestly shouldn't feel sore every single freaking workout, or else you're doing something wrong. You're overtraining, bud. Okay? Soreness equals progress. Soreness doesn't equal progress. That's true. You don't always have to be sore, right? And then you need 3 protein shakes a day. Come on, guys. Protein shakes, 3 of them a day. Straight garbage. If you want to ruin your stomach, go ahead. And then real foods are superior than supplements. That's the truth. You know, come on, guys. Real foods are far superior to supplements. They supplement your body and your gains and your progress. Okay, they're not the core basis of it all. If you don't have the food, you don't have the sleep, you don't have the recovery, right? You're not going to be able to grow. And training 7 days a week is beast mode. That's a myth. Okay, so guys, it's not about how hard you go, it's how smart you train, you eat, and recover. Okay, so muscle growth isn't about lifting, it's a science, strategy, and smart recovery. To break it all down, fuel it right back up. Okay, train with intention, let your body build what you earn. Okay, hit that like if you learned something, drop a comment about what topic you want to see next, and don't forget, subscribe for no BS or no fitness game. Let's build inside and out.